Hello, this is Courtney with C. Clark Creative. Thank you for joining me. I have a simple card today that features a sentiment from the Written in Ribbon stamp set by the Greetery. This set has 2 layers for each sentiment. There are 4 sentiments in total, and they provide a beautiful 3-dimensional ribbon look that is actually pretty easy to obtain. This is the Stamp and Die Cut guide included with the set. It shows each sentiment along with a few tips on achieving great results. I'm stamping on Neenah Solar White Classic Crest 80-pound cardstock today, generally what I always use, and I'm going to start by stamping the base word in a lighter ink, then follow with the accent layer in a darker color. I generally stamp each layer 2 to 3 times to obtain a good solid color, and I'm using Gina K dye inks today, Sea Glass and Tranquil Teal. Items used today will be listed in the description box below. You can also link over to my blog post where there are additional images and all the details and links. For the background of my card, I'm using Altenew Pattern Play Diamonds stamp. I'm applying some repositionable adhesive to my card panel to help it stay in place, then aligning my stamp on top. Try to get the circles down at the bottom and some of the lines up the top lined up to the edges of my paper just so I have an even pattern. And I had placed the clear protective sheet for the stamp over the lid of my Misti, so I messed up my alignment and had to redo it. Oh well. Do you guys ever do that? Please tell me that you do. Let me know in the comments below. I cannot be the only one who regularly does that. Anyway, I'm going to speed this up a bit and get the background stamped, which I did stamp 3 times just to make sure I got a good impression. Next, I'm going to erase the repositionable adhesive using the handy dandy adhesive eraser. This is a great little tool. And then I'm going to line the coordinating die over my sentiment. Now, these dies were designed to create a shadow effect rather than the traditional centered outline, so I'm making sure I align my die closer to the left edges of my sentiment. I'm holding the die in place with a few pieces of low-tack tape. I've also selected an oval-sized die to fit around my sentiment, which I will cut from Gina K's Sea Glass cardstock. This is from the Sizzix Framelits Dotted Ovals die set. I've cut 2 additional sentiments so I can layer all 3 and obtain a more dimensional focal point. I'm using Gina K Connect Glue for all my layering today. I'm adding Nouveau crystal drops in Caribbean Ocean using a circular motion to help keep peaks at a minimum. A few light taps at the end also helps to settle the drops. Note, it does take a little bit of time for Nouveau drops to cure, so set your card aside overnight and maybe wait an additional day or two before mailing. I love the effect, so the wait isn't a big issue for me. And there you have it, the completed card. I have some additional card options for you. I just could not stop playing around with this set. I just love it. First is the same card, essentially. I only backed the sentiment with an oval cut from Gina K. Tranquil Teal cardstock and left the Nouveau drops off. Next is the same design, only using Hero Art Intense Black and Soft Granite. Next is the Happy Sentiment stamped with Gina K, Tangerine Twist, and Plum Punch. I added Nouveau crystal drops in Violet Galaxy. And the final card has the same colors, but I added in Coral Reef to create a gradient effect on both the sentiment and the background. I also heat embossed the sentiment using Ranger embossing powder in white. Thank you for joining me today. Glad to have you here, and I hope to see you again soon.